Hello and welcome to this week's edition of NTV Weekly. It is the 23rd of May.
Welcome. We have an awesome news for you this week, jam-packed, full of.
Did you see that?
You see this?
Spoiler alert.
It is a little thick, so I'm just showing that we have a lot to cover and some great news stories. Summer is just around the corner. Spring is here, and it is beautiful, I gotta say.
It is. It's been a little bit rainy, but it's been nice.
Which it's good for the environment. Everybody has said it's a drought pretty much across Kittitas and across Washington State. So we will see that if our Governor Jay Inslee is correct on that. But a little bit of rain, still some snow in the hills, which is nice. So hopefully, no drought this year.
The lake is filling up, but they're saying that it may not fill up all the way, even at Catchless. Catchless is predicted to be pretty low this summer, as well as Cle Elum.
Yeah, Speleai is pretty low right now.
It is,
but I think it has to do with the fish ladder they're building.
I believe it does. They're saying that it was a dry, snowy winter, even though it was a snowy winter, but no one has reported on this being a dry, snowy winter until the lakes haven't been filling up. I think the dams are just kind of slacking. It seems like we've lost most of our snow now, but I'm not a scientist.
The rivers are flowing, though. They got those rivers flowing.
But they're pretty low. They are pretty low. People are still loading on their fishing boats at South Cle Elum Bridge, which is pretty unusual for this time of year. I don't have a boat, so I don't really necessarily know. But at the same time, it seems like the rivers are usually much higher around this time. Remember, like when we were we would go play disc golf, and then there would be floods.
Yeah, I guess
that's around
right.
this time.
And we haven't really seen those irrigation canals fill up. So
it's just bizarre that no one has talked about a dry winter until this last week. But they are saying that the lake is coming up 2.5 feet every 5 hours, and that was as of last week. So we'll see how much further it does come up. But keeping it down low, in my opinion, this year is not bad. The new boat launch has gone in, and we probably, for how low it's been, and it might be, we'll have access to Speleai for the remainder of the year, which is pretty surprising.
Yeah, so if it stays this low right now, like Jeff just said, we will all be able to go to Speleai, no problem. But if it does rise up, we will have a problem, and we will not be able to get on there. And I gotta think too, the new boat launch is kind of, it's gonna be a little crammed. If that water gets all the way up to the boat launch,
you won't be able to go down to the beach.
You won't be able to pull your trailer down if it's jam-packed. You won't be able to back up on that top part off the parking lot they have up there and pull your trailer down. Or, like the boat launch we have currently, pull down into a Yui. It's going to be tricky. That boat launch is not big enough
not
for
if I'm there.
A lot of the... Yeah, not if you're there.
I got my flagger's card.
You got your flagger's card, and you have just a little trailer with a jet ski.
Yeah, but I can flag for people.
Oh, you could do that. You could conduct traffic control. You better get paid for that, Jeff, because they're probably going to be charging people for that beach access.
Maybe
Well,
not.
how else are they going to pay for that $1 million job that they just got done?
We paid it out of our pockets,
well.
Taxpayers, right? That's what we're here for.
And then they have the ADA as well. ADA access is there at Speleai as well.
Since we're on the topic, and it's not on our news, but I heard a rumor the other day.
Rumor mill.
Yeah, Roslyn Rumor Mill. You might be able to touch on this a little bit. I heard Roslyn is broke.
Out of all places you bring it up to talk about, you talk about that on the very beginning of our news. We could have probably waited for civic news on this one, Jeff.
So you want to wait?
Well, I don't really care to talk about it. The city of Roslyn is not broke.
Okay, I heard...
Our reserves are not where they should be, but the city of Roslyn is not broke.
I heard... See, this is just Roslyn Rumor Mill. It's just people
talking.
People talking. And then I heard that Roslyn... The foundation of this conversation came from the Jensen cabin and the land being up for sale.
No and no.
Neither of those things are true?
No.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that they're selling the Jensen cabin and they're selling they're selling the land.
Okay, just because it's a rumor, I have not heard a thing about that.
Okay.
I'll tell you though that the reserves for the city of Roslyn are not where they should be, you always should have 3 to 6 months in reserves. And we're not there, but we're working on getting there.
Okay, because that's what.
But not with selling the. I hope not. And again, I haven't heard this rumor, and
It's just from birds chirping.
birds chirping. So I'll answer. No.
But I also heard, since we were on the topic,
Uh-oh.
that a famous singer used to live in the Jensen cabin, and I forgot his name.
Jimi Hendrix?
No,
because
no,
the
no.
Jimi Hendrix family used to live supposedly at where the animal shop is, across the street from the Eagles.
No, it was
Or
like
like
an
his uncle
old,
or
like
something.
50s singer. I think his name started with an A. It's like not Burt Bacharach, but
Is that even a singer?
I don't know.
Burt Bacharach?
I don't know. I heard
Fact
it
check
something.
that one.
But it was a famous singer, and they lived in the Jensen cabin. Jensen cabin supposedly being the oldest building in Roslyn. I don't know if I believe that.
It's in our comp plan.
Yeah,
And
but
it's a log cabin.
It is
You
a
can't
log
have log cabins in the city of Roslyn.
that's probably why they're trying to get rid of it.
Anyways, we're diving a little too deep on these subjects. Yeah.
Speaking of diving deep, this person is the deepest deep sea diver to walk this planet today.
Victor Vescovo.
And he dove 10,927 meters.
And meters? What, Jeff?
Yeah, exactly. What are meters?
Actually, 35,853 feet. That is pretty crazy, being the deepest dive ever. And this is in the Marina Trenches. And he breaks the world record for the deepest dive. There you go.
This marina is in the Pacific Ocean, and if you think like we thought when we first read this that he was doing it in scuba
A
gear,
free dive?
you were wrong.
Yeah. At first, it threw us off, but we were reading this thinking, no way, anybody could dive at 35,000 feet. And of course, he was in a submarine vessel, which a lot of other people have went on this excursion, but this is the deepest so far. His team and Victor, the pilot of the submarine, went all the way to the bottom.
Are they called pilots? Captain?
Captain, captain of the ship. Well, I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah, he's captain.
and yeah, he enjoyed reaching the bottom and seeing the colorful fish and all the crazy aquatic life that is below that pretty much nobody has ever seen.
While eating a tuna fish sandwich.
Wow, yeah, it's pretty. You would think like maybe something bad would happen when you're eating a tuna fish sandwich when you're staring at
Get
a-
swallowed by a tuna, maybe?
Yeah, yeah. And the Megalodon.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie yet?
I have.
Oh, it's pretty terrible.
No, it wasn't that bad. Jurassic Park, right? Is that what we're talking about?
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I said Megalodon.
What's a megalodon?
Meg.
Meg?
With Jason Statham, the
Statham.
I don't know. I just really.
I guess
I
I've
just
never
threw
seen the
like
movie.
that.
Stratham.
I was like, I
Oh,
know it
yes,
says
Jason.
His first name is Jason,
Stratham.
and I'm gonna butcher his last name, but I know it starts with a Stratham.
Jeff wouldn't know.
Stratham.
Jeff's not gonna know the difference.
Yeah, he'll call
It's
me
like
out.
Burt Bacharach.
Burt Bacharach.
What movie is that?
Meg.
Oh, I've never even heard
And it's a
of
big shark.
No.
Shark, and they kill one shark. And
I was thinking like when you said megalodon, like the big giant like
Shark.
dinosaur like that like almost eats the helicopter
which
in,
that's not
in Jurassic Park.
isn't that a big alligator looking thing?
Yeah, and it's a big whale looking thing with a big like bunch of teeth.
Oh, maybe that was Megalodon.
Yeah.
Megalodons are the biggest sharks in the world, but of course, they say they're extinct. But some say they're not.
Interesting.
Interesting. Very cool story right here. A homeless teen becomes valedictorian and gets $3 million in scholarships. This teen is located in Tennessee, in Memphis, Tennessee to be exact. And this is very, very cool that this high schooler is going to change probably many lives, especially his own.
Tupac Mosley is his name, and studying is his game.
Nice, Jeff. He got a 4.3 GPA
How do you do
all
that?
through
That-
his high school.
I don't get how you
Extra
do
credit.
Yeah, but like I don't understand.
That's
like,
how you get a 4.0. I saw this thing on
It doesn't
Murray
make any sense.
one
It
time,
makes no sense.
and they all had like 4
Maury?
points. Murray? I thought it was Murray.
Jason Statham and
Honestly, don't pay attention to those guys' names. They're just celebrities.
Mari.
I should have said Ricky Lake. Anyways, and they all had like 4.6s, 4.5s,
Makes
and
no
they all
sense.
said it's all due to extra credit.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Period. Extra credit. No.
0.3.
No.
Anyways, Tupac Mosley did an awesome job. Unfortunately, his dad passed away and they lost their home, leading to him being homeless, where he found couches to sleep on, a nonprofit to be a part of, and all this time kicking butt, studying hard, and knowing where he wanted to be, and that was valedictorian of his high school, which is amazing accomplishment right there for this young man in Tennessee.
If he can do it, any one of you can do it.
Yeah, really the biggest thing is don't be lazy, don't play video games, listen to your parents, definitely listen to your teachers, and try hard.
We were lazy. We didn't listen to our parents. He has the biggest video game collection of anybody I know, and we didn't try too hard.
No, that's why I'm telling you.
That's why we're here today.
That's why we're here
You wanna be
reporting
like
the
us?
news
Yep.
on cable news.
For all of you to watch us.
This man is pretty interesting. If you have the
RoboCop?
idea, RoboCop,
Kindergarten Cop?
kindergarten cop. There you go. He was a RoboCop.
He was RoboCop.
No, he was not RoboCop.
Who was RoboCop then?
I don't know, some random actor that I'd butcher his name saying. It's not it's not him though.
What am I thinking of? Yeah, like Sarah
Terminator.
Connor. Terminator. Yes, there we go.
Terminator.
Yeah, Terminator.
Sarah Connor.
It says RoboCop on my script.
I don't think so.
Yeah, right here. Right there.
Oh, and you're the one that you, yeah. That was Jeff's little markup. Anyways, this man had a bad idea, and that was to go up and do this to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hold on. Then one more piece. Last. No. Come here. Last. No. Come here.
Can't drop kick the Terminator.
Well, you can, because he did.
Yep, but it didn't even phase Arnold while he was taking his Snapchat. He was like, "Oh, is there a breeze in here?
No, he
Is
was
there a fly?"
71-year-old Arnold Schwarzenegger just thought it was people pushing on him. And this guy nails Arnold Schwarzenegger. If me and you got drop kicked by this guy, we'd probably be down for the count.
You can't drop kick the governor.
The governor or kindergarten cop.
Kindergarten Cop.
I
What was
think
his
it's-
name in Kindergarten Cop?
Oh, man.
That's gonna set us back. It's a tough one. Probably Arnold.
Oh, man. I had it, too.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good question. Trivia.
That is a good question. Krabappel? No.
No,
Anyways.
definitely not.
Anyways, let's go. Let's move off the Arnold Schwarzenegger getting drop kicked
And talk about our governor,
Mm-hmm.
Jay Inslee,
Jay Inslee.
who has been doing outstanding things like legalizing compost of human bodies.
That's right. You can now just go throw Uncle Henry outside, throw some wood chips on him, some whatever stuff to decompose old Uncle Henry.
Yep, you can use him as compost.
Composting is the new big thing, and with dead bodies, it is huge and it is overtaking our state. Washington State is the first to allow composting of human bodies. That's right. Human bodies, which I gotta say, it's a great alternative probably to what we have currently with all the poisons that can go into the ground, but hopefully the coffins do their job and hold our remains in their respectable places.
I learned the other day that when you get cremated, you have two options. You can either be cremated by yourself and get all the ashes, or you can be cremated with a group of people and then get all the ashes divided up. And it's cheaper, obviously, if you get the group discount. You have like group bonds.
No.
Yeah, that's a thing. Yep, you literally have the option.
So you like have a party for the rest of your life. You're with a bunch of people.
You could, the rest of your life, no, you're dead at that point, so you don't
Well,
have
the
much
rest
life.
of your eternity. Wow, that's quite
maternal
interesting, Jeff.
life. Did you know that?
I had no idea. I really need to fact check that because that
It's true.
is crazy.
Yep.
You get the group discount.
Yeah, I
with
was
them.
telling my soon-to-be wife that I don't mind what she does with it. If she wants the group discount, and then we were saying that maybe we'll die together, and then we can have the group discount.
Well, now
together.
that this is legal, Jeff, I think we'll just throw you in the backyard.
Throw me in the backyard.
And put a bunch of rocks around you
yeah,
and mud.
something. No, my backyard is entirely made up of clay, so I would be sitting there for a while.
You'll just, mummified.
Yep. No, I won't be mummified.
Clayified.
Yeah, I'll be bird food for a while.
Bird signs. Anyways, it is kind of a gross subject to talk about, but an interesting one to say the least. This is a natural, organic reduction way of the body releasing everything, and so we'll see. A lot of people have tried to fight this one, but it did go by, it did pass, and it will take effect in May of 2020.
Jay Inslee doing controversial things right before he is running for president, so I heard, and I myself, I'm not one to like tell you who I'm going to vote for, but I'll tell you who I'm not going to vote for. That's Jay Inslee.
Well, there is 22 Democratic nominees for president, so you have a lot to choose from, Jeff.
Yeah. I won't even vote for him for the governor again.
Oh, yeah.
But Jay Inslee did do something else this last week which left people up in arms, where he is allowing Oregon citizens to get, I don't even know how to put it, to get refunds based on the purchases that they buy in Washington State due to taxes. So basically, you keep all your receipts if you're from Oregon buying stuff in Washington, and then you turn them into Washington at the end of the year, and then we give you the taxes back on them, making Washington State tax-free for Oregon citizens, allowing them to basically, have more right, or have that right over us in our state.
He also is signing the bill for Washington State to become a sanctuary state as well. So there are a lot of things going on, and also the big power bill for the Washington State area, the $9 million power agenda bill. So all these great things.
9 million?
I think maybe even 9 billion.
Yeah,
Sorry, did I say million?
You did.
I meant 9.
I would pay for it.
Yeah. So all sorts of things happening with Governor Jay Inslee, and wow, the list could keep going.
Yes. On some lighter news, the Iron Horse, bed and breakfast,
Yep.
I guess it would be,
Yep.
is being reconstructed.
This is very cool. We all heard about the devastating news of the horrible fire that swept through the building, devastating it, but this is exciting to know that the Iron Horse Bed and Breakfast will be rebuilt. They do have their train cars still available, but this is going to be sweet to have that historical site back in South Cleon.
Yes, it will. Good food.
Yeah, and a great place in general.
Yeah.
Beds, and it gives great taxes for the lodging tax as well for the city of South Cleon.
Yep. Where does South Cleon end on that road?
Right after Joey's. Because it says now entering South Cleon.
Joey's,
Gobbler's Knob.
Gobbler's Knob is where.
Right
so
there.
is people on Gobbler's
I'm
Knob?
not sure. I don't think so.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah. Moving right along, a huge bike race for the youth took place in Roslyn this last week, overtaking the city of Roslyn in a great way. The youth was crazy.
Over
Awesome.
1,000 bikers.
Over 1,000 bikers easily, and it was awesome. Let's check out some footage that Sam collected for us.
Hey, Meltside Middle School Coach. Meltside Middle School Coach.
But don't intimidate her. Can't stop the gods from engineering. Feel no need for any interfering. You're in me.
Kind of got carried away here watching I'm Liam Gawala, and I'm from Ellensburg, just here.
And I'm Sterling Burke, and I'm from Ellensburg.
How long have you guys been
Riding
riding?
ever since like kindergarten or pre. Yeah,
pretty much since then too, maybe like a little bit earlier in preschool.
How'd you hear about this?
Him.
My brother.
How long have you been,
No, I handed her off when I went
how long have you been
grappling.
coming here?
2 years.
1 year, this is my first year. I just put it out in the racing league.
Okay. Have you guys done any races?
Yeah.
Because a lot of them have bikes. Yeah, we need them right here.
Let's go, Teddy!
Come on, Jake! Let's go, Jake! Go, go, go! You got 6 behind you, go! Strong finish!
What are you guys' names and where are you from?
Edmonds. My name's Ethan. I'm from Edmonds as well. My name's Joey.
How old are you guys?
14. I'm 14.
You guys, where do you come from? What do you think of the course?
It was difficult in some parts. Yeah, the altitude definitely didn't help with the downhill.
So you guys just finished. How do you guys think you did?
I did okay. I feel like I did pretty good for where I started. And
You guys like this course?
yeah,
How long have you guys been coming here?
this is my first time. I've been on the team for 2 years, so this is my second time in this course.
Sydney. Seventh grade boys. Seventh grade boys will be coming down from and headed towards the village. Seventh grade boys. On the track right now. Thank you again. Seventh grade boys, Group B is up racing.
Okay, what is your name and where are you from?
I'm McCall and I'm from Bothell.
How old are you?
15.
What race were you in?
Beginner boys.
Did you get finished up or what?
Yes, I got 5th place.
Really?
Yes.
You think you did well?
No, not good enough. Never good enough. First, not good enough.
Do you like the course?
It was alright. It was a little bit worse than last year, but just the climb.
What year is this? Do you come here every year? Or
This is my 2nd year racing.
in this course?
Yeah.
The next 6th grade boys.
Awesome job to the volunteers and the organizers of the youth bicycle race that took place this last week. They do it every single year, and it was very cool to see our own local bike team. They race as well with the leader John DeWitt on their side, and awesome job right there all around everybody, and huge business for the city of Roslyn, which is well needed right there.
Seems like it's doubling in size every year.
Yeah, it's just growing, and this is one of their #1 places to race. All the parents and the kids just love the atmosphere, they love the track, they love coming back to Roslyn, so very exciting.
Do they have to go uphill?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
They gotta go uphill, downhill, straight.
I like the downhill.
They're riding
part.
a bike, Jeff.
Yep, I like the downhill.
I
part.
bet you do.
Interview with Scott Ferguson took place. Channel 40 got the only.
Channel 3.
Ooh, good call. It says 40 down there, so that's where I'm seeing it on the screen.
Oh, but they can't see.
Channel 3 got the exclusive interview with our chief, Scott Ferguson, chief of police, and it's going to be a tough one to see him go. He is signing off in the next couple months.
So I'm Scott Ferguson with the Cle Elum Roslyn South Cle Elum Police Department, and I'm currently the police chief. I've served as a police chief for 14 years. I've been employed with the city of Cle Elum. I was police department for 28 years, again half of those as the police chief. Actually went to school, grew up in Cle Elum, went to school in Cle Elum, graduated, went and did a little military stint, come back home. Decided to attend Central Washington University. Once I got into the university, I kind of found an interest in law enforcement, so I ended up majoring in law and justice at Central, and then upon completion or graduation, I was given a great opportunity to come back and actually be employed as a Cle Elum police officer. So that was 28 years ago, and kind of got to a point now where after 28 years and kind of looking at my future, I've decided this is probably a good opportunity for me to announce my retirement with a lot of sadness, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I've served as chief for almost 14 years. Yeah, I've had an amazing career. One of the things that was really important to me is to reaching out to the youth, and so I think it was really important for the youth to understand that police officers aren't the enemy, and to get to know us. And so we started a lot of programs out here. One of probably our more popular ones was our Rock and Roll Pig Out, where it was police officers and youth and bands and foods and prizes. But we've got a lot of other things. We go up to the school, we serve lunches, we read books, anything that we can do to and we've been doing that for a long time. We've been doing that for 14 years. So I think that's really important for a small police department to be able to interact with their community.
And hopefully programs like that will continue.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that's the case. My last day is actually May 31st, and so I've been told by the city that their intentions are to place Sergeant Kirk Bland, who's also a local, born and raised in Cle Elum, that they'll put him into that acting interim position. I know they intend to open it up in terms of the hiring process. But until a final hiring decision is made, Sergeant Kirk Bland will step up and handle the responsibilities of police chief. And he's a great guy, and I have no doubt that he's more than capable of running the police department until that decision is made. Yeah, it's funny you use that because I've been doing a lot of reflecting, and I've had a great career, and I've had a lot of opportunities, and a lot of cases and a lot of interesting things. Of course, most recently the Jolly Mountain fire was one that kind of comes to mind. I think I could sit here and talk about various cases and events and stuff like that, but the thing that I'm going to leave knowing the most is that I've seen this community in times of tragedies. I've seen a lot of bad things, and what continuously amazes me is the heart of this community. So many times I've seen this community step up to support somebody in need. I've seen fundraising, just most recently with the shooting of Deputy Ryan Thompson. But even more so when people maybe lose a house in a fire, the heart of this community just blows me away every time. It's just the greatest community. I'm so fortunate to have been able to work here, to be able to have lived here, to raise my children here. This is just the most amazing community, and I'm so grateful to have been able to spend 28 years in this community.
We were honored to have you as our police chief.
Thank you. See, I'm getting emotional now. It's been a great career.
Thank you for making this community a safer, more welcoming place, because the community definitely appreciates those outreach programs, and you've made a major positive impact on this community.
Well, I appreciate that, but there's 7 other officers, and I would like to point out to the public that right now we've got a great police department. You've got some really good officers in this community, and the reason they're good officers is because they're good people. And they're very responsive to the community, and I'm very proud of the officers we have here right now. And I think that we should be very fortunate that we have these men and women that we have today. So May 31st being my last day, I certainly have no plans. I don't know what my future is going to hold. I'm certainly not leaving the community. I'll be around. I'll see the people. Certainly not opposed to continuing in some form of occupation or not. I just don't know, but have every intention of staying in the community. So I'm certainly going to see people often.
So it's not goodbye?
No, not goodbye. You know, maybe disappear in the wintertime for someplace a little warmer, but no, I love this area. I have no intentions of leaving. One of the decisions for me deciding to retire is that several years ago I had a hip replacement on my left side, and I always kind of knew that it was inevitable that I would have to have surgery on the other hip, and it's kind of gotten to a point now where it's been really difficult to ignore the discomfort. So I knew I had to go through that surgery process again, and it's tough to come back from that. So that was kind of one of the big reasons that the fact with 28 years, it just seemed like it was everything together. It was just kind of a good time to announce my retirement. So I'm scheduled for hip surgery on June 4th, so just a few days after I walk out the door for the final time.
We wish you a good, speedy recovery, sir.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Ferguson. An amazing man and an amazing chief right there, doing an awesome job. The Cle Elum-Roslyn, South Cle Elum Police Department Chief. He will be leaving us this year, and hopefully we can get somebody just as good. It's going to be hard. Jay McGowan and the rest of the team at the City of Cle Elum and the City of Roslyn and the City of South Cle Elum are doing a huge investigation to try to find the perfect chief to fit those shoes.
I got one in mind.
Who's that?
Can't say, but I bet it's right under their nose.
Chef Jorgensen?
No.
Oh, I bet they have it open for anybody too. Anybody in the police department can put in an application for this as well. So This is exciting.
You should apply.
I'm good. That sounds like a
if
lot
you're
of
good,
drama.
you should apply.
I am good, but not that good.
You should apply if you're good. The John Wayne Trail is combining with the Great American Trail. This is going to make it more than a 3,600 mile multi-use trail. This is a big deal.
Big one.
A big deal.
One of the biggest deals ever that we've ever heard. This is sweet. This is going to be one of those trails that people are talking about all the time and walking about it all the time, because
But they might have to change talking about it because it might not even be the John Wayne Trail for that much
Well, it's not
longer.
going to be the John Wayne Trail because it has actually switched names.
So this is fake news.
It's the Palouse to the Cascades
There it is.
Park Trail.
So why would you
So
do
it's
that?
going to be DC of Washington to Washington DC to Washington State, and this will include our own trail, the Palouse to Cascades Park Trail.
John Wayne Trail.
Or the John Wayne Trail that John Wayne probably never rode on.
But you don't know that.
And that's everything that has happened locally. We will have some great news next week for you, all the local news stories. And this weekend, Memorial Day, is jam-packed with so many great festivities too. So stay tuned next week for more local news.
And now at this time, we'd like to take a quick commercial break and get a word from our sponsors. Thanks.
That drive to South Cleveland just got worth it, because nothing says barbecue like Smokey's award-winning barbecue. Come try our famous train wreck that weighs in at over 2 pounds, or try a full rack of our baby back ribs drizzled with our award-winning sweet and smoky barbecue sauce. Our poor boy sandwiches consist of your choice of brisket, pulled pork, pulled chicken, hot links, or on the weekends, shrimp, oyster, or catfish. I'd like to invite you out to Smokey's Barbecue. We're a family-owned business of Southern food and barbecue, cooked with passion, served with love. Thank you. Smokey's Barbecue, located at the old Milwaukee Train Depot Station in South Cle Elum.
Hi, my name's Dawn Bass, and I am here with the Upper Kittitas County Youth Activities Program.
I'm Jim with Harper Lumber.
Hi, this is James Jones with Smokey's Barbecue.
My name's Dave Wilson. I'm the Director at Merit Resource Services, and TV works for us.
Hi, I'm Rob Sheldon.
And I'm Allie Renshaw.
We're with Swiftwater Fitness.
Hi, I'm Ruby, and I am the owner of Ruby's Printing and Scrapbooking here in Cle Elum. NTV has been awesome.
We used NTV to help the public become aware of our merger. We found them to be innovative and original and focused on our needs.
NTV works for us.
NTV works for us.
NTV works for me.
NTV works for us.
NTV works for me and has for the last 5 years, and I know they'll work for you.
Welcome back to NTV Weekly. I'm Nolan Weiss.
I'm Jeffrey Jorgensen. It is the 23rd of May, wrapping up our third week of May.
It is a long one. May just seems like it just keeps on going.
It does.
And then it ends with a bang, Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend is definitely a weekend to get out and remember the men and women that have fought for our country and that are fighting for our country, and always pay respect for the respect for them.
And this year is going to be held at the Roslyn Cemetery, so be sure to come out and take part in the celebration.
Moving right along, Warrior Sports. Warrior Sports is pretty much wrapping up for spring. We said goodbye to baseball. Track and field have sent out a couple people for state, and golf has sent one individual, Mr. Evan Stubbs.
Yes, congratulations to Evan. He had a shootout for the spot to take place at state with another guy who tied for 14th from Goldendale. He ended up, they went back to 18, golfed that entire hole, and then Evan came out with a bogey, crushing the first alternative.
Nice.
And it was pretty exciting. One of the coaches, which there are many golf coaches for the Cle Elum Roslyn program, which is very cool, and just seeing the team support is pretty amazing. And congratulations to Evan Stubbs. But the coach was saying that if Evan wouldn't have made it, because he was fighting for the final spot going to state as a freshman, by the way, I have to add to that, that's the majority of the golf team for the boys are freshmen. This would have been the first year out of every year that we've ever had the program that one of our guys did not make it to state.
Wow, so good job. Way not to break that.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah. Very cool. There's a huge district track meet that happened at the Cle Elum Roslyn High School. We got some video clips.
Biggest
from
track
that.
meet ever.
Biggest district track meet ever in Cle Elum Roslyn High School. Check it out.
Mark 2. Set! Go, go, go! Come on, Nelly!
Me, it said Lonnie Lansing contact person. I wrote that.
Cle Elum Roslyn High School breaking records for
District track and field.
Yeah, basically breaking records for the attendance.
Pretty much weekly, they're breaking records
for the attendance, but not so much in the events, which is more important.
Jeff, valid point. Valid point.
At least we're breaking records.
5 Warriors placed in the top 5 at sub-districts, so we have some Warriors going to districts, or going to states. So awesome right there. Can't wait to see the results. I know Grace Jackson, she'll be going. She'll be doing a high jump and some running, and also Carl Merkel. Carl Merkel is going in the triple jump, so very cool right there. And those two are awesome athletes, and keep up the great work, you too. And the rest of the team that is going to state.
Girls softball is definitely hanging in there as well. On the 14th, they took on Seattle Christian, where they won 9-5. On the 18th, they took on Warden, where they lost 2-0. On the 18th as well, they took on College Place, where they won 8-7. The next game will be held Friday, May 24th at 12 p.m. It's going to be versus Lakeside, and it's going to be at a neutral location.
Very cool right there. They got past districts onto state. Go Warrior girls. Softball girls always getting to state and doing an awesome job. Very cool to Coach Cheryl Singer and the rest of that team.
And now moving on to
Civic News.
We talked about it briefly. We touched on it. Roslyn City Council this last week, and well, Roslyn rumor mill.
South Cleon. Oh, okay. You're talking about the Roslyn rumor mill that we talked about in the very beginning of the episode, Jeff?
That it was settled.
It was settled. If you want to find out more about the Roslyn City Council or the Roslyn City, please don't listen to the rumors and go to the City Hall and ask the questions, or like Jeff has said, attend the meetings. They're at 7 p.m. Actually, they're at 6 p.m. now because we switched them for the earlier convenience. 6 p.m. on Tuesdays, the second and fourth Tuesday of each month.
South Cle Elum City Council met this last week where they talked about vacation rentals in South Cle Elum, trying to fall under the guidelines and agenda of Roslyn. Check it out.
It's actually pretty simple. Right now, the permit fees are $250 in Roslyn. Inspection fees are $75 and the business license is $50, but I think all that's gonna be going up here sometime, I don't know when. So when we do figure this out, I don't know, we should just be above those somewhere.
What our thoughts were here by providing everybody a copy of this is to give you a couple weeks to read through it, and look at it, mark it up, come up with any questions you might have. So at our next meeting, we can actually move forward on this and make any changes if any are required. And if we're all in agreement that this is pretty close to what we want, we would take the next step and turn it into a ordinance for the town. I don't know who's all going to be involved in that.
That'd probably be me.
That'd be you.
I think the off-street parking, I think we're gonna have a tough time with that one. I mean,
I would imagine Roslyn has a tough time with that one.
Yeah, I bet they do.
But they still require it.
Yeah, because if you rent 2 bedrooms out, you gotta have 2 off-street parking besides the 2 for the residents.
Yeah.
So you gotta have, like you said, 4.
Awesome job, South Cle Elum City Council, doing great work. If you want to join the South Cle Elum City Council, make sure to, or attend. Make sure to live in South Cle Elum, not on the Cle Elum side. Or you can check out their meetings the very first and third Tuesday of each month at 7 p.m.
Pull out your calendars because this is what's heading your direction in the days to come. On May 25th, Soaring Over Suncadia is going to be held, and it's going to be taking place at 10 a.m. going to 4 p.m. This is going to be at the Nelson Dairy Farm in Suncadia. This event is open to public. There's going to be tons of different events, such as creating kites, teddy bear drop, running of the bulls, and much more. Featuring this event is going to be Spaceships of the Sky, kites ranging from 90 to 400 square feet in size. Our kites are going to be available in featured innovative kite designs as well. Sport performance kites are going to be there, crushing the competition of other kites.
The Easton Memorial Day Parade is going on Saturday, May 25th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The parade is starting at noon. This is off exit 71, off I-90 in Easton, Washington. They'll have a kids zone, a car show, motorcycle show, raffle prizes, parade, wall of heroes, fire department will be there with a pancake breakfast from 8 to 10:30. Also, they'll have their amazing street fair. You can be a vendor at the street fair for only $20 for a 10 by 10 space. If you want to check out more information on this, make sure to go to the Easton Memorial Day Celebration.com and find out more. Or just go to the Easton Day Celebration, May 25th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Roslyn riders are wanting riders to join their poker ride happening on Sunday, May 26th. This is going to be held at 9 a.m. and going to noon. First place prize is $500 in cash, followed by 8 $50 gift rewards and additional prizes. They're going to be $6 hands or 4 for $20.
Don't worry about the catering.
Okay. This is going to be located at the Roslyn Riders Club grounds on Highway 903 in Roslyn, Washington. For more information, you can call 674-2404.
On May 27th, Monday, May 27th that is, Vietnam vets will be honored at the Roslyn Cemetery at 11 a.m. The U.S. Army veteran Anthony Browlett will be the master of ceremonies. This is always an awesome time and a great time to remember all the veterans that have fought for our country. Get there on Monday, May 27th at 11 a.m. at the Roslyn Cemetery.
It's hard to believe that it's here, but June 8th is the Cleveland Roslyn High School graduation. It's going to be held at 2 and going to 3:30, which seems ridiculously short. I mean, like, I know
An hour and a half?
I usually
No,
we
that
have
doesn't
like
seem short.
a
It should be an
class
hour
of
long.
55. I graduated with a class of 55, and even though it was my graduation, I was bored out of my mind.
Oh,
Like,
ours
it
was only
like,
an hour. Ours was quick and
I felt like
ours.
mine drug on for like 3 hours. It was pretty
I
miserable.
honestly don't remember yours.
Yeah. Probably know why. This is going to be held at the Walter Straw Middle School gym, so be sure to grab your cap and gowns. They're asking everyone to pull out their old vintage cap and gowns and join
Are you
the
serious?
party.
No. Like, where did you hear this? Don't grab your caps and gowns. Just make sure the high
I don't know if you
schoolers
still fit into them.
Oh, I could easily.
They're a blanket.
Yeah, it's a poncho. Can't fit your old cap and gown.
I actually borrowed Greg Foodas's, so he was a lot bigger than me.
Yeah, just make sure you wear clothes underneath your cap and gown.
Why, like, you can't
Or your
have
gown.
rentals. Like, we shouldn't buy them and then rent them to students. Like, it is the worst idea to buy your cap and gown.
Yeah.
Why would you do that ever?
I think you just have a great business idea, Jeff.
I did. Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
If you're watching.
Hire me.
Yeah. Pick me.
Patent that idea
Pick me.
under my name.
It is honestly a genius idea because, like, I didn't even, like, want to
You wear it, honestly, 4 times.
One time.
No, twice. Dress rehearsal and graduation.
You had to wear it during dress
I
rehearsal?
swear we wore it during dress rehearsal. We even threw
My
it.
class was like, I want to switch our colors for the cap.
Oh, we
and gown."
wanted to. We wanted to do black, but everybody was like, no, we want maroon.
Yeah, everyone wanted to do white, and then I was just like, thinking in the back of my head, if they switch the colors, I can't borrow my cap and gown. So I was at the head of the point because I did not want to buy
You're
it.
like, no.
I was like, no, this thing is not going to sit in my closet. I'm going to end up burning it one day.
Did you?
I
Still got it.
It's Greg's.
Oh.
I borrowed it.
Oh.
So we kept it maroon.
Kept it maroon.
But honestly, if you do want to wear your old cap and gown, they're asking people to please join in.
No, they're not. June 9th is exciting day for the Roslyn Farmers Market is opening 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And downtown Roslyn, the Roslyn Farmers Market will open 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
This is going to be a fun event on June 10th. Paint and drink at the break. Canvas and tote bags. This idea was originated by Andrea McJury at Forks, actually.
She did trucker hats, Jeff, not tote bags.
Yeah, but like painting and
No,
drinking.
that was the original idea. What are you?
Let's be honest.
No, it was sipping and painting was the first one.
Mhm.
Sip and paint.
The originals. Like that, so the idea.
But then they took it from sip and paint to like now apparel. And so they went from hats, trucker hats, to now tote bags. And not because of corks.
Oh, it's not because of corks?
No.
Just throwing a little tag in there. Andrea, you're welcome.
Gosh.
This is going to be hosted by The Brick Saloon and the Custom Arts by Sarah Elizabeth. This is going to be held on Monday, June 10th, 2019. Just in case you were wondering, it's going to be at 6 p.m. and going to 8 p.m. Tickets are available for $33 and they end on June 10th. Obviously, you don't want to buy your ticket after the event has taken place. That would be quite ironic, as Alanis Morissette might say. You will be hand painting your very own canvas bag, so I believe you have to bring your bag.
Your very own bag.
Yeah, so you might have to bring it. This is perfect for farmers markets. The design will be beautiful for summer sunflowers. As always, you are free to paint whatever design suits you, but
Perfect.
sunflowers are encouraged.
Just read a little bit, and this actually includes your one tote bag.
It's just in.
So just letting you know that you get 2 hours of design time and an apron, paint, and a canvas bag and paint supplies. So all there for $33. Pretty cool.
I think that we should do a paint and sip. We'll do sipping on some iced tea, or if you don't like iced tea,
Gin and juice?
No. What is it?
I didn't know where you-
Lemonade.
Oh, lemonade.
And then we can get like the slips, the white slips. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The Van slips, like your
Oh.
shoes. And then paint slips.
But you know that would probably be about $60.
No.
You gotta buy your shoes, they're like $40.
No, they're not $40.
You find a pair of white slicks.
Slips.
Slips.
Yeah,
I think you said slicks.
They're slick
Slip-ons?
shoes. Slick shoes.
Oh, slick
like
shoes?
Data on the Goonies. Slick shoes.
Slick shoes. Anyways, that's a good idea though, Jeff. Jeff is just coming out with ideas today.
They're just
Shark
rolling.
Tank.
Yeah. My best ideas come from 7 o'clock in the morning.
10th annual
When I'm
Roslyn Vintage Trailer Rally is going on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, June 21st through the 23rd from 9 a.m. to 12 noon Sunday. Stroll through the displayed pre-1970 trailers, truck campers, bus, or anything with wheels made for camping. No tents. Want to bring your camper?
I'll have a tent there.
Uh-oh. Pre-register online at the Relic Custom Trailers Facebook page. That's again the Relic Custom Trailers Facebook page. This will be going on at Brungy Field in Roslyn. Saturday they'll have an open house and a vintage market. How exciting. June 21st through the 23rd, the 10th annual Roslyn Vintage Trailer Rally.
We should get some cheap tents and then cut the holes in the bottom of the tent and then just like grab them and just set down, inch closer and closer to the trailer rally. And then we're like, hey, no tents, then grab them and then run away.
Oh, Jeff.
On June 29th, the Senior Center Pioneer Days Queen Coronation is going to be taking place. That's where you can come and then meet the Queen, and everyone has the most up and kind things to say about her.
Honoring Queen Willet this year. It'll be an exciting time, and seeing who the King Mushroom, Boulet Mushroom is. I gotta go mushroom hunting actually this week to see if I can find my King Boulet. It's about that time.
Everyone's talking about it.
Morels.
It just rained.
Morels were definitely on a downward spiral morale status.
I don't get it.
My morale is not as good for my morals.
Morale.
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 There
You tried.
I tried.
You did try.
But yeah, mushroom hunting has been tough. But get out there and get those King Blaze before the Pioneer Coronation. Get them to Glandos.
If you have anything that you'd like to put on our calendar, please be sure to give us a call at 649-3940. We'd love to add it to our list of events to share with the world, or Upper Kittitas County.
Like Upper Kittitas County Youth Baseball is going on at the Quadplex. If you haven't just stopped by and watched the game, I am going to recommend you do so, because it is good for the soul, it's good for the kids to support them, and it's just fun to watch good old baseball, especially youth baseball. T-ball is a little fun to watch, but watching the minor league is so cool to watch them.
It is, they're good.
Yeah, they're really good, and they're entertaining. It's fun to watch youth baseball action happening here locally. I did T-ball this last week, 2 games, which was pretty tough on the old stress level, gotta say. But they are awesome. Watching those T-ball players play is so much fun. Coaching them's a little tough, I gotta say, too. but I love it.
What else you gotta say?
Birthdays. Happy birthdays.
Yeah, birthdays. On May 21st, happy birthday to Dave Anderson, Kenya Graham, and Patricia Cooper.
On May 22nd, happy birthday, Rod Blum. Happy birthday, Rod. Cheyenne Henriksen, Letitia LaFar, Justin Zach, Norman Peterson, Daryl Wiltz, Shella Valdivia, Amber Bird, and Rochelle Risden. Happy birthday to everybody on May 22nd.
On May 23rd, happy birthday to Shannon Johnson and Tessie Bolero.
On May 24th, happy birthday, Craig Maybe, Adi Ugas, Charlotte Bardou, and Ivan Snyder.
That's Abdi.
Whatever. He ain't watching.
On May 25th, happy birthday to Bria Harper, Bill Lunt, Calvin Beadle.
On May 26th, happy birthday, Diane Kenley, Teresa Standish, Christina Parr, Whitney Luco, and Jennifer Allen.
On May 27th, happy birthday to Vicky Gaitis.
And if we missed your birthday, don't let it happen again. Add us on Facebook, tweet us, call us, or just old-fashioned email us. And we would love to wish you a happy birthday or whatever day you want to celebrate.
This has been a couple local boys.
Trying to shoot some local news for you May 23rd, 2019. Make sure to get out there and enjoy the beautiful sun and rain that we're having lately. You guys have a great day, night, evening. And whenever you see us, say hi, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
Bye.
No